This is DJ. This is DJ Ken, Mr. Old School and Blues.
This hype man DJ KJ, and right now you listen to Sip and Talk with my girl Michelle Davis. Whoa!
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Magic One, and right now I'm hanging with my girl Miss Sip and Talk. Let's get it.
Listen, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Candy Janae. Make sure you follow and tune in to the Sip and Talk, hosted by your girl Miss Michelle. And your girl Candy Janae is gonna be on the show. So make sure you tune in on Facebook Live, and you go ahead and follow the page and follow all the notifications so that you are front and center, baby, with your favorite beverage for the sip and talk. Again, it's your girl, Candy Janae. It's going down, baby. Much love.
What's up, everybody? Hello, everybody. I am so glad y'all tuned in to Sip and Talk tonight. How is everybody doing tonight? I want to say thank you to all my guests that are here with us on Sip and Talk tonight. Share and tag the page for me. I would be so appreciative. For my international guests, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you all tonight on Sip and Talk. Let's get right into it. Tonight, you guys, we have another Southern Soul legend in the game. Not only is he a Southern Soul legend in the game, but he also is a hip-hop legend as well. So we're going to introduce this brilliant guy tonight so we can get right into it. And I can tell you guys all about this dude. Mr. Benito Glosson is in the house tonight on Sip and Talk. Welcome, Benito.
What's up, Shell? How you doing, love?
I am good. How are you, man? I see you all jazzed up. You ready, boy? Looking as good as you always do.
Yeah. It's all about the teddy bear, baby. Yeah,
man. Teddy bear be giving it, boy. Teddy bear be giving it. Benito, listen, I want to let everybody know you ain't new to the game at all. Not when it comes down to the music field. You are not new to the game. For those that may not know who Mr. Benito Glosson is, I am going to inform y'all on who he is. I see we got a lot of notifications coming in, but I want to inform you guys of who this man is. If you guys remember the also brilliant Mr. MC Hammer, if you guys remember Mr. MC Hammer, one of the baddest in the game back in the days, Mr. MC Hammer, Benito also worked side by side with Mr. MC Hammer as his none other than hype guy for the show. So you guys, he might be the teddy bear, but he was Benito Glosson for Mr. MC Hammer back in the days. And now we have been so fortunate to get him over into Southern Soul, ladies, he is a Southern Soul artist as well now. Benito.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us, because I want to hit him hard. Tell us, when you, what years were you in the game with Mr. MC Hammer?
I met Hammer back in 1989 at Grambling State University, and everything else was history from there. He signed me on the spot. I sung for him live, and Hammer signed me on the spot at Grambling State that night. And later, I moved to California. You know, everything happened so fast. You know, I was just a kid, you know, having a dream of, you know, football star and all that kind of stuff, though. But it worked out a totally different way. Started singing, you know, so became a professional singer. Yeah.
So were you auditioning, or how did Hammer discover you? What were you doing at the time for Hammer to have discovered you?
What happened was me and my one of my best friends at the time, he was cousins to Hammer. So I had a plug, and we went down to the concert he had. It was Grambling's homecoming, and Hammer came through on the bus early that day. We was out there early that day, and we got a chance to get on the bus with him and talk to him and everything. He said, well, I'm having auditions tonight. You know, y'all come back over. It actually didn't happen in Grambling. It happened over in Monroe, Louisiana at the Holidome Hotel.
Oh, wow.
And we went back over that night and auditioned. He had about 20 people auditioning. What's so crazy about the whole situation was I was dead last. So a true statement of what God says, what's last if you come first?
Yes.
And I was the only one that he signed out of all them people that was there auditioning for him. that night. I was the only one he signed.
Oh wow! So God says last shall be first, and first shall be last.
There you
And
go.
you was last first.
I was last first. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So
Totally.
what were you with MC Hammer? What was your title? What did you do?
I had the title of lead vocalist. You know, a lot of people say you background singer and all that. No, I wasn't a background singer. I was Hammer's lead vocalist. I was the hook man, like Nate Dogg was for Death Row and what's the name, T-Pain was. I was doing hooks like that back for Hammer before they even came into existence. So you know, I was singing all the hooks on all the records. My first record I did with Hammer was with 357, the girls Duana and Tabitha, and the record was called "We Like It Wild and Loose." And that was my first record I ever did, recorded with Hammer, and that record wound up going gold. You know, the first record I ever done, it went gold. 500,000 copies sold.
Wow. So how many gold do you have up under your belt?
I have platinums. I'm a Grammy Award winner. I used to have on my page nominated, but I'm a Grammy Award winner because we won a Grammy for the Too Legit to Quit album. So
Right.
on the Too Legit to Quit album, I sung on 7 records, and I'm featured on 5 and on all the videos with Hammer. So you know, so those, I think it was 5.7 million, almost 6 million worldwide. Too Legit to Quit, maybe more than that now. I ain't checked in a long time. And with 357, another 500,000, right? About 7 million. You know, globally, that I'm etching, sketching in stone on all those records. Yeah.
Wow. So for those that may not know exactly where you from, tell us where you actually located from.
I represent the town of El Dorado, Arkansas, baby. You heard me?
Little
Yeah,
bitty
El Dorado,
El
Arkansas.
Dorado, little bitty El. No, I'm just kidding.
You can call it whatever you want to call it. We're a rich town. El Dorado is a rich oil town. You know, at the bottom of Arkansas, the very bottom, and in the middle of Arkansas. So we sit right on the Arkansas-Louisiana state line. We only 6 miles from Louisiana. Down the road 6
Wow.
miles, you hit the Louisiana state line. You know, the closest city to us might be Taylortown, or then you go a little farther and go Junction City, like 12 more miles is Junction City. But Grambling State University is only 45 minutes away. So is Ruston, Louisiana. Monroe is only 60 miles away. Shreveport, Louisiana is only 93 miles away. So that's why we're in the Arkla Miss and the Arkla Tex. Jackson, Mississippi is only 2 hours away. So we go down to I-20, get on I-20. Everything is on I-20, you know.
Wow. Wow.
So we good.
So
We good.
so how many years did you work with Hammer?
I was with Hammer for like 4.5 years. I
And what
traveled
was
all around the world. This little bitty country boy from El Dorado, Arkansas, traveled the world and saw the world for what it was for, you know, every aspect of it. And it is a word that was taught to me a long time ago. I became cultured. That's one thing
yes.
I did, you know, because I didn't know nothing about none of that. I was just country, as green as the grass is green outside. When I did my thing, hey, Lynette, so I can see some of the people coming in.
Yeah,
Laverta J is on here. Ethel Lyons is on here watching. Miss Laverta, Miss Jeanette
yes.
just chimed in. I'm tagging them. Y'all tag all y'all people in. Y'all tag the show right now so people can see what's going on with the live, y'all. I'm trying to get these numbers up, y'all. Let's get these numbers up.
Yes, let's take them up. So Benito, let me
Yes.
get back to asking you, how was it like working for Hammer? I mean, can you explain some of the things you saw, you done? What was it like to actually work with this legend in the hip hop field?
Hammer was phenomenal. I mean, it's like he showed me a different part of life. He told me when I first got over with him, an incident came up where I was down in the lobby and I was singing one night, right? You know, I was being a little womanizer, you know, singing to the ladies. And then one of our producers is down there playing the piano and I was singing. And Hammer came up and said, he said, come, hey, holler at me right quick. Now come to my room right quick. So I went to Hammer's room and Hammer told me, he said, let me tell you something. He said, you're no longer amateur. You ain't got to do that no more, Benito. He said, you're a professional now. You with me. So, you know, don't be in the lobby singing. You don't sing for free. You get paid to sing what you do. I was like, oh, for real? Because I was just happy to be with him. You know, I was
Right.
country, grass is green outside. I really didn't know. Brother Kevin Young is watching. What's up, Kevin? How you doing,
Hey
bro?
Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? My
Meredith
friend.
Lyons. I see all these people in here. Yeah, yeah.
Love me some
So,
Kevin Young.
yeah, Hammer, that's my guy. Arkansas, baby. What's up, Kevin? The Razorbacks. But yeah, he told me don't be doing that no more. You know, He said, "You're not an amateur anymore. You're professional. You want one of the best in the world." And that's exactly what we did. I see Lady Q checking in. Hey, Lady Q.
What's up, Lady
Yeah,
Q? How are you?
yeah,
Love
yeah.
me
Lady
some
Q,
Lady
baby.
Q. How are you,
Miss Love the
baby?
Jet. Yes. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That's in a
I
nutshell.
know that you've had an exciting career for the number of years that you've been with Hammer, and you've seen and worked with some amazing people. What are some of the people that you got a chance to work with, or even be on the stage with in hip hop?
Well, it was more R&B.
R&B,
Hammer, see,
okay.
Hammer, what people didn't know about Hammer, Hammer loves R&B music. And my very first tour with him was back in 1990, and it was Troop, my good friend Steve Russell, and that was After Seven, Michelle A, and who else was it? Yeah, and 357 and Hammer. That was our first tour, and we toured for like 3.5 months across the states. You know,
Yeah, y'all
and
came to
then
Huntsville. Y'all were in Huntsville, Alabama. That's the
yeah,
first time I ever seen MC Hammer was at the Von Run Civic Center and Michelle
yeah,
A.
yeah. That was one of our first tours. The second tour we did, it was TLC, Boys the Men, and Vanilla Ice for a little bit, and then it became Hammer, and then Hammer. So Vanilla Ice wound up getting kicked off our tour though. We wound up getting rid of him. You
So,
know,
what was it like to work with some of those guys, Michelle Lay, and you working with Boys to Men, and what was that like to actually be working and on the stage with them?
hey Sherry Collins, how you doing, girl? That's Mississippi's best, baby, Mississippi finest.
Hi,
Yeah.
Miss Sherry.
Um, Working with Hammer was just phenomenal. I mean, just seeing those other artists, growing up with them and seeing them in the same light. The coolest tour, I mean, all the tours was great, but the best tour we did was Boys and Men, Jodeci, and Hammer. And now that was the one right there. And I can say with all the confidence in the world, I was one of the factors of having Jodeci to be on tour with us when they went on tour with us with Hammer. We were in L.A. at the Sheridan, Universal Sheridan in Hollywood, and Jodeci was there. And at the time, they had the record out Forever My Lady. And you been in music, we listen to everything. And we was out there listening, and I heard them. They was staying in our hotel with us too. And I saw them in the lobby. I'm like, dang, that's what them dudes right there, And I walked over, and when I went over there, the guy said, "Yo, how you doing? My name, I'm JoJo." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, JoJo?" He said, "We the group Jodeci." I said, "Joe the who?" He said, "Jodeci." So we got a new record out right now called "Forever My Lady." I'm like, oh, "Okay, okay." I said, "I heard that record, whatever." So anyway, they gave me their CD and everything. They asked me who I was. I told them who I was. One day, Hammer, Hammer. Oh man, we would love to be, man. They was saying how much they would love to be on the road with us at the time. So after that, I got their record. I listened to it. I loved a lot of songs they had on there. I was like, man, Stay and all them hit records they had. But I took it to Hammer and said, Hammer, this is the group. They've been here for the next week or so. We was in LA shooting Too Legit to Quit. That's why we was there. And I let him listen to the record, and Hammer took the CD and listened to it. And then about maybe about 2 months later, Hammer said, "Yo, I got a surprise for you, Benito." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Yo, them boys, you talking about Jodeci? I'm gonna let them fill in on the tour with Boys and Men. It's gonna be Jodeci, Boys and Men, and us." I was like, "For real?" And we had talked already, and they had told me they was from, what part is that? Monroe, North Carolina, with Casey and JoJo and them and Devontae and all them. And it was just a journey, man. Me and Devontae was real, real close. We was like this. I mean, Devontae was real cool. Michelle, where you go? What happened? I don't see you. Did you go away? What happened? I don't know. Kevin, what's up, baby boy? Maria Canada, how you doing tonight, love? You said we lost her? What happened? Okay. Bring the host back. Stunner Radio. Okay, we lost Michelle. So it's just me talking now, y'all. Kevin, I'm waiting to come back on off the record. What's up? Holla at your boy Benito. Let's do this thing, man. Yeah. Teddy Bear got a brand new record out called Just Wanna Love You. I gotta send you the record, Kevin. So I can't remember the email over there. So I need to send you my new record, Kevin. Just Wanna Love You, most definitely. Good record. Hey, Miss Tammy Baker, how you doing? Oh shit, what's up, love? How you doing tonight? We waiting for the host to come back, y'all. We lost the host for some reason. I don't know what happened. Look, and she's calling me, y'all. Ain't that something? Wow, hold on, y'all. Ain't this crazy? Yes, ma'am. I'm on here. The people talking to me, I'm talking to them. You got lost, not me. Stunner Radio. I mean, the stunner lady just said that we lost you and we trying to get you back, but I'm still on here. Yeah, I'm up here talking to you live on my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michelle. Yeah, so come on back in. Come on back in, Michelle. All right. She's having some technical difficulties, y'all, with her service out there in Alabama. Yeah. Ain't that something, y'all? Yeah. Y'all still here with me? That's what's up. Let's get her back up and going, y'all. Well, since she wanna we gotta wait for her to come back in. Let's see, I'm on here. I can do a little something. Let's see where I'm at. I got my music up so I can play stuff too. Okay, there she go.
You know something, baby? All of my life, I've searched for somebody like you. And through time, I've come to realize that you're the best thing that ever happened to me. And I want you forever. I wanna know the things that make you really, really happy. I wanna know, can I always keep a smile up on your face? I wanna know, will you love me through the summer, spring, winter, and fall? I realize you're worth to me, that says it all. There is something special about you, I can't hide it. I'm crazy about you, baby. Ready for this commitment to spend the rest of my life with you, darling. Through thick and thin, you're the one that kept me grounded, and for that I thank you. These words I say to you are very true. I just wanna love you. I wanna love you forever, maybe for a lifetime. Oh, baby, there's no doubt in my mind, baby, it's the right time. I just wanna love you. There's no other woman in this world that makes me feel the way you do. Oh, these words I say to you are very true. I just wanna love you. Taking over my life, you sacrificed for me. I finally got it right. You never worried and you always had trust in me. This is my chance to make a stand and be the man you knew I could be. You're all I want in my life. Girl, it's you that I need. I wanna love you. Baby, for a lifetime. Baby, for a lifetime. There's no doubt in my mind. Baby, it's the right time. It's the right time, baby. There's no other woman in this world that makes me feel the way you do. These words I say to you are very true. I just wanna love you. You mean the world to me. Always promise to love you. I do truly love you, baby, it's true. My feelings for you, when I say I do, all I want to do is love you. These words I say to you are very true. I just wanna love you. I wanna love you forever, baby. I just wanna love you. There's no doubt in my mind. There is no doubting. There is no doubting. There's no other woman in this world that makes me feel the way you do. These words I say to you, baby. I just wanna love you. There is no doubting, baby. I just wanna love you.
Wow. I
Yeah.
am, you guys. I want to apologize. I had some bad weather that's coming in my way, and I'm operating off my phone. I've heard a big pop outside, so something's going on. But I want to thank you guys for continuing to tune in and forgive me for that little technical difficulty. But Benito, that
Yes, ma'am.
song, that is you. That's your element. You are used to doing that R&B soul type of music. You're really good at it, and I love this song of yours. I love this song because it kind of gives me that little R. Kelly feel, that and all of that. You giving it all in this song. So how was it making this song?
Um, it's a great part of my life. I was going through a situation at the time when I wrote the record. You know, they say you write your best material when you're going through trying times. And I was on my back at the time. I was down. And God came to me and I picked up my pen and started writing. And I started thinking about love, what love really means and how it is to love somebody. I was married before, I was married for 10 years and I'm divorced now 12 years. So, and it's like, I know what it's like to love somebody and to be loved by somebody. And that was the time I was missing that. And I said, so many records out here that talk about all the sex and all the other things that they're feeding to our people. Hey, Miss Anna Reedy, how you doing tonight? And all of that. But that was nothing telling how much our Gerald Leverts are gone. Our Ruben Studders are gone. Our Luther Vandrosses are gone. We got one hanging around. We're not hanging around, but it's still in the thing doing it now. It's over. So it was Calvin Richardson. And Calvin is not even a Southern soul artist. He's an R&B. He's always been R&B. He's R&B soul. So Calvin always talks about love. And I said, you know what? Let me go back to my roots. I did my thing. I made my implant into Southern soul. So I need to go back to my humble beginnings, where I come from, and that's love and R&B. I'm an R&B artist, but I was able to adapt. That's one of the capabilities that I was thanking God for and had the ability to do. Because I've only been in Southern soul for 4 years now. January made 4 years for me being involved in Southern soul. So Southern soul is fairly new to me, and I had to learn the elements. I had some good teachers, But the whole time I've been in Southern soul, I've been on stage with all the greatest artists, the biggest artists in Southern soul to the beginners. I started out very humble, in it because I didn't know what it was going to do and how it was going to go. I was really underrating myself and underpricing myself on shows and all kind of stuff. But like, I had a good friend, TK told me, said, look here, when you come over here, they don't care about what you used to do. In Southern soul, you got to prove yourself. It's about what you're doing now. It was a straight up check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I thank TK Soul for that. And TK told me I came out with a record, and the record that I had, it was Baby, I'm Sorry. And TK said, okay, that's cool. And I came out another record called I Done Messed Up. And I Done Messed Up, gave me a lot of, energy, and picked up in Southern soul, and people liked it. But then TK said, look, this is what you need. You need an up-tempo record. Southern soul is about partying. People like to party and dance and have a good time. They like to smoke and drink or whatever. That's what it's all about. The juke joint, the clubs, whatever. That's what Southern soul really is about. So, I went in and I was I was riding with a friend back from New Orleans. I went down to visit my daughter for the weekend, and I happened to look over her, look at her sit beside me in the seat. She had those leggings that y'all women like to wear. and she had them pulled back. And I said, girl, wait a minute. What is that? A Guatemala? Ooh, Lord. Is that a Guatemala? So that's how I came up with the name of Guatemala. Off the top of my head, I was acting silly. I said, good Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord, I sure do want it, right? So I said, you know what? I'm going to write a song about that. She said, you better not write no song about me, Benito. I said, shh, girl, I'm going to write this song. So I immediately grabbed my phone and push record and put down the concept, because that's how I always write my records. I always start with the hook first, because you got to start with your melody. You know, most writers know that. So, I mean, people write differently, but that's how I write my songs. And I said, girl, you got a Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Yeah, girl, you got a Guatemala. And the rest is history. I wrote the record, came home and put the melody down and wrote it, and hooked up with my boy Slack Track out of Shreveport. And Slack, I told him what I wanted to do, gave him the rhythm. We put it together and made a smash hit. That's my biggest record to date in Southern Soul right now. Over 10 million streams worldwide. Certified.
So
10
with
million.
you coming into Southern Soul from the hip hop
Miss Anna
world,
Reedy,
and
Alton Pryor.
you transition over
What's up, pal?
into the hip hop.
Sister B.
How different from hip hop
Big Show.
in Southern Soul has it been for you?
You said how long is what? How big is what now?
Different hip hop and Southern Soul are. For you to now come over on this side, and you're now having to the style and everything is different. I'm sure as far as hip hop, you've seen a lot of different rules and regulation in hip hop. How different is that for Southern Soul?
Good evening, Miss Bessie Stokes and Miss Angela Robinson. How y'all doing? It's what happened was with me, Michelle, I stayed with the times. You know, a lot of times artists get caught up in time warps. And I've always been a very high energetic person, and I always keep up with what's going on around me. And I changed with the times. As it went along, hip hop got stronger and stronger. When I left Hammer, it came more gangster rap, and gangster rap turned into mumble rap, as they say, and then went to that, and it just took away from a lot of the R&B that was going on. A lot of R&B artists started to fade and went dormant. See, I took a 10-year hiatus. When I got married, I didn't really do no more music. I pulled away from it because I wanted to have that big house, the picket fence, and build a family. Because my oldest daughter, the whole time I was doing myself with Hammer, I was never really around my daughter, as much. Her mother, she married a military guy, and they used to move around the country all the time. And, and I'd only see my daughter during the holidays, So, and just to give her credit, she's the one that got me in Southern Soul, my oldest daughter. When I went down to visit that time in New Orleans. She stays in New Orleans in the West Bank. But anyway, she's like, Daddy, you need to do Southern Soul. So you still singing? I said, yeah, I do stuff here and there, whatever. I want to, I hadn't lost it. I just didn't have the drive no more. I didn't really, feel the energy from it, nothing like that. But, my mother, before she passed, she was always telling me to do gospel. She wanted me to do gospel music. But I still did a gospel record for her in remembrance of my mother. It's called This Is Who I Am. But yeah, my daughter got me into Southern Soul. She said, Daddy, it's a dude out right now down in New Orleans. He hot, Daddy. His name is Pokey Bear. I said, Pokey who? They got a song called Side Piece. I said, Side Piece? Because see, coming up, I used to always think of blues as being them songs, Cheating in the Next Room, you know what I'm saying? Cheaper to Keeper, all them records. I grew up on them. So when I said, that sound like some stuff in blues or whatever, something crazy. When I listened to it, I left home, baby. I said, he hyped like me. I like to be with my side piece. I said, man, I like that. I said, baby, I can do that. He said, yeah, Daddy, you can do Southern Soul. I said, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. And that's what put me into the Southern Soul realm. And I called around and talked to a couple people. See, a lot of people don't know, my little cousin is one of the biggest promoters in Southern Soul and has been over 25 years, going on about 25 years now. His name is Mr. Mike. I know you probably never met him, but he was very, very young when I came and when I left and went with Hammer, and he followed me his whole career. Me and Mike's brother, God rest his soul in peace, my little cousin Marcus, he's deceased now. He died from a car wreck. It was Michael's big brother, and Mike, we call him Little Mike. And Mike always told me, always looked up to me as a big cousin, and you know, of course, I was with Hammer, so that was exciting for us, you know, being out in the South in the country, you know. And he told me, he said, man, I always wanted to do this music thing, but I don't know how to do it, cuz. Can you show me what to do? I said, okay. And we got together and put it all together. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, because I helped Mike put it all together in the beginning, right? For the blues stuff. Got the artists and everything, hooked him up, showed him how to lay it out. And he wanted me to be in with him and be a partner, but I didn't want to do it because I really didn't like blues at first. I said, nah, I'm cool, but I help you set it up. I put it together. And ever since then, Mike been putting it together and doing his thing ever since. And he still reaches back and grab me and put me on shows all the time. And, you know, it's just mad respect and love. You know, me and Mike got a bond that's unbreakable, you know, because we family, you know. And matter of fact, I'm on the show coming up May the 5th here in El Dorado, Arkansas with King George. Like I said, I've been on shows with all of the major artists. Been on the same share the stage with everybody. The only one I haven't been on stage with is a legend, Bobby Rush. And I haven't been on the show with Willie Clayton. But you know, from Big Rob to Pokey to Sir Charles to TK to Calvin Richardson to you name it, all of them. Right now, my boy P2K with the big hot record, U-Turn. I mean, Adrian Bagger, you know, Veronica Rael, Cold Drink, you know, everybody that's in the business is doing something. My boy Mr. Live, you name it, Miss Pat, everybody. I've been on stage with all of them. Sassy D, down in the bottom. I've been on stage with everybody.
Well, I know that you've been in Southern Soul for some time. I think 4 years, 5 years now.
4 years now. 4 years.
You've been in Southern Soul, and
yes.
You and I have been friends since you've been in Southern Soul, since the beginning of you tapping into Southern Soul. And I can say you've always been a very consistent, trustworthy, reliable friend.
Okay.
For those that don't know, that Benito is the teddy bear that if you got any secrets, ladies, you can go to Benito. Now, Benito might write a song about you. He gonna write a song. Just listen. Whatever song he come up with, just know it's about us. It's about us. That Guatemala, I never forget when you came out with it, and I thought, Benito, you gonna sing about a Guatemala? What is a Guatemala? You said, you don't know what a Guatemala? What is a Guatemala, Benito?
The record is totally respectful, though. If you listen to the record,
it is.
It's a nasty record, but it's respectful, and I didn't want to go outside the limits and my limitations of knowing to being an artist. Cause I understand, and I hope a lot of artists that are watching now, maybe watching, everything you do is being watched, whether you believe it or not. So, as well as my appearance, as well as the way I act and carry myself in public, people are watching it at all times. Promoters, artists, fans, whatever, family, whatever you want to name it. So you got to be careful. And I learned from the best. See, a lot of the artists I see now, they're not really groomed in the game of handling business and how to conduct themselves correctly in the music industry. They're just jumping in it. And it's kind of crazy because my cousin just told me just yesterday, and I'm going to use this statement. Mike, don't get mad at me. Mike said, Southern Soul sometimes reminds you of an ant bed. You kick an ant bed over your foot, and all the ants come out. He said, Southern Soul is like that now. It's so many people that's coming out of Southern Soul, you can't keep up. It's a whole big old colony of Southern Soul artists, and, it is what it is.
What do you think about all the different genre of music that's now is being welcomed in Southern Soul versus when you started? What do you think about Southern Soul? Just let's get 100 with it. What do you think?
Music is universal. So you must understand whatever you do is universal. So it's all up to the fans. I don't think a lot of people really understand the fan base or the artist a lot of times. You are nothing without the fan base. It all works hand in hand. You have to have the DJs on your team to play your music. You also have to have a fan base that likes or adores your music and promotes you and help you share or whatever. Back when I came out with Hammer, we didn't have social media. Social media only been in play for like the last, 10, 12 years. So with that being said, it's a whole new genre of people that see us that never would have seen us unless you was on that big vehicle, with a major label and things like that. Thank God to my credit, and I thank the Lord for it, for my blessings, and I'm still being blessed today. I was signed with 3 major record labels throughout my career. And right now, I've been independent for the last 10, 12 years. So, well, the last 10 years, because I got a 4th deal. I was with a company out of Las Vegas called Las Vegas for Talent, Miss Anta Ely out there in Las Vegas. And it wasn't a big company, but she had $2 million. So, hey, it was all good. I signed with her for a year, and I wound up getting out of the contract because my mother became sick, and I came home to see about my mom. And I wound up getting out. I don't think she still got the label anymore now, but at the beginning, yeah, I wound up signing with her out there in Vegas. She moved into Vegas, and I stayed in Vegas for about a year and a half. Yeah.
What do you think about the promoters of Southern Soul, how Southern Soul is structured? Do you see the structure different versus where you come from hip hop?
The structure of Southern Soul is totally different because there's not a lot of structure to it. People just do stuff on the fly. We have a set program in mainstream, and it's like you're going to either go by the book or you're going to get shut down. They don't deal like that. Out here in Southern Soul, it's totally independent. You're able to do whatever you want to do. There's no holds, bars. There's nobody over you. And I hear people say all the time, they say, I can't wait for Southern Soul to go mainstream. Be careful about how you say that, because once you go to mainstream in Southern Soul, you go into a different tax bracket. It's a thing called a 1099. That means you become self-employed and you're going to pay them taxes. And the IRS going to start knocking on your door. Ask my boy TK Soul about it. They come to that door in them black suits with them briefcases and those tablets in their hand, and they want to assess everything you have. So right now, Southern Soul's in a good place. People make a lot of money in Southern Soul. They're on top, the top tier, as they say, are the top tier, things like that. You're able to make a lot of money, as well as the promoters. But what I've been noticing lately with the promoters and the artists, a lot of these artists are charging so much money, they're charging themselves out of shows, as well as the economy is changing also. But at the same time, artists, you have to price yourself in a place where the promoter can make money. That's the whole purpose of the promoter doing the show. And Kevin Young used to say it best, I don't do shows to be doing them. I do shows to make money. And then when they said the thing, and a lot of people might have make them mad or whatever, but that's because they don't understand the business side of it. See, some people know the artist side, but you never know the business side because you never dipped and dabbled in it. That's why you say always learn the business before you get into something. That way you don't have to get caught up in the other stuff that goes along, because you may think it's wrong, but that's the way it go. You know what I'm saying? That is the way it go, as well as other people learning on the fly. So you do shows in order to make money and make people happy and do what you do. People say, well, you got the same people on the show every time, the same artists, whatever. But these are the artists that people are coming to see. Yeah, it's cool to give other artists a chance to advance or be on stage or do something or perform, but it's a gamble to the promoter, because his set 2 or 3 primary artists he has on his show, that's his bread and butter, that's his money. Everything after that is an additive. He can decide either I'm gonna put them on the show, I'm gonna give them a couple of dollars or whatever it may be. I may do it for $500 or $250, $300, whatever it is, because the same people, you're gonna get the same amount of people for those 3 main artists than you would for 7, 8 more artists put on the show. It ain't gonna make a difference. Yes, you get your chance to get exposed and do your show, but you're not gonna make a great difference in bringing a whole lot more people, because you can't say too many Southern Soul artists gonna bring 100 people to a show. I'm gonna say that number. You're gonna bring 100 people. I've done the numbers on the Blues Is All Right tour. Each artist on that Blues Is All Right tour is bringing anywhere from 400 to maybe 500 people to the show. The shows are maxing out around by 3,000, maybe 3,500, right? So that means all these people on the show, from Pokey to Calvin to Nelly Travis to I forget who else is on there, but King George or whatever. Each one of them are averaging out around about 500 to 600 people coming to see them, and the other people come to see the other artists. So when you're doing a smaller scale show, and you put 3 headliners or 2 headliners, and the rest of them, lowercase artists or a medium, same way with cars. You got your top end, you got your Mercedes, then you got your mid-grade, you got your Malibus, and then you got your low end, your Nissan Sentras. I mean, I know it's a crazy comparison, but it's the same way in the music place. And one of the things to me that, I mean, I'm getting off subject a little bit, that bothers me is when I see these artists doing these shows and they singing over the top of their tracks. You know, to me, being a true artist and knowing the music industry, but if it goes, man, it goes, you know, and that's not hating or throwing shade on nobody. But if you're a performer, you're a performer. You're supposed to be able to sing your record without your main vocals being in, you singing over the top of your record. To me, that's cheating. I mean, it is what it is. So
again, it also goes back to promoters that accept that and allow that, because it's not our first time seeing that happen. And until we start demanding quality, it's going to keep on going on like this. So, you know, you're going to keep paying for these track shows. You're going to keep paying for these artists to sing over the shows, because right now you're looking at just making your dollar. You ain't looking at quality. You ain't looking at giving people something new and something different. So it's going to stay this way until we start giving something new and something different, because without the fans, there's no show. I don't give a darn what artist you put on that show. Without the fans, there's no show. So again, until we start giving these fans quality, these promoters gonna keep on putting these janky ass sing over track shows on, and it is what it is. I know somebody probably gonna text it, but don't text me. Tell you now, don't hit me in my inbox about this message. I'm just the messenger, people.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Michelle. The fans are noticing it. The fans are beginning to speak out about it. I mean, it's like, oh, he sounds just like the record. Yeah, because it is the record. The record is playing. It's nothing more embarrassing to see an artist on stage and doing his song, and he pulled the microphone down and the record singing, still doing his record. He doing something else, or she doing something else. That's not professional. That's karaoke. You might as well be the karaoke boy doing that. And
we have a lot of artists that
unprofessional. But
we have a lot of artists that don't want to they don't want to perfect their craft. So because it's not a demand for them to perfect their craft, to get it right, then they're going to keep on making these $8,000-$9,000 for shows, $5,000 for shows, singing over tracks and doing half-ass shows. And when you lose them fan base, then I guess that's when promoters going to demand some live band shows. I suggest we get into these live band shows where we can get our money worth, and you can definitely see how well that artist can perform and how well that artist can sing.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Michelle. I'm gonna disagree to agree with your statement you just made. All promoters are not able to afford a band. Bands are much more expensive than a track show, and it just is what it is. And it's cheaper to do a track show than it is to do a band. You got to pay for backline. You got to pay for all this extra sound equipment and things of that sort. See, yeah, you would like to see a live show, which is cool. That's great. But our promoters ain't equipped to pay the extra price, and the artists understand that.
We don't have more janky promoters. That's why we don't have because you get. But here's the thing, Benito, because we're gonna agree to disagree. Get your paper right so you can give quality right, so you can charge right. And I'm gonna be done with that.
Who you talking about?
Yes, promoters have to get their money right so we can have quality shows, so you can charge quality prices, and they're gonna make their money back.
Well, see, Michelle, that's another thing too. Whenever you do a show, it's not guaranteed you're gonna make your money back. You don't know what's gonna happen. That's a gamble. See, this is another thing too. Me speaking from the standpoint of being a promoter also. You must understand the promoter takes the biggest risk out of everybody that's out there. The promoter, listen to me, and it's a big risk. Listen to me, because I know we probably don't know. The promoter has to book the venue, pay for it. Let me
when I do shows, how are you gonna just call me out and I do them? Let's not do that on Sip and Talk there, because I promote shows too. Do your homework and do your marketing and know what people to bring in what areas. Let's quit making excuses for that, because it's all about doing your homework and doing your marketing and not just throwing a show together because you feel like you can do so. Find out what the people want. Ask the people what they want in the areas you bringing them in. That way you can choose how you want to put your show together and who you need to put on your show. Because guess what? Somebody might want Benito and feel like Benito is a
Hello,
headliner
Tanya.
in a certain town, and they may want you. They may not feel that Calvin is the headliner for that show. Again, it's about doing marketing and doing your homework and asking the people what they want.
At the same time, Michelle, you can't tell people how to spend their money. This is America. This is a land of the free. You're
Tell
able to
people
do.
how to spend their money. Benito Glosson.
You're able to do whatever you want to do. That's like telling somebody you can't do. They can do whatever they want to do. I'm just saying, yes, that's true. A lot of things you said about do the marketing, find out what the people want, and all that. But a lot of times, they do what they do to make their money because they feel like this is what's going to sell. Yeah, they ask the people sometimes, and then sometimes they be biased and pick who they want to pick. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's their money. You can't dictate what somebody spend. You can't count the next man's pocket and make them spend their money. You spend your money how you want to, right?
But who's saying that? Because that's you didn't change the whole subject. Who said that? I did not say not one time that you telling people how to spend their money. I am talking about quality shows now. Now you talking it now. Come on now. You done went over me. But I'm gonna let you have it because you don't sip and talk. So I'm gonna give you your moment.
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. What's the next question?
No, hey, you've been at it all this time, so I'm gonna listen.
No, I'm gonna wait for you to ask the next question.
My next question is, what do you honestly think about the Southern Soul structure? How do you feel about it? Do you feel that even with you being in R&B and coming over into Southern Soul, do you feel like you at a level with what you know about music, what you know about, do you feel like you getting that just due for yourself with all the experience that you have in music? What do you think?
There is no structure in Southern Soul. It's a free fall. You do as please as you want to. I was told this when I first got into it. I consulted my godfather, which his name is Ernie Singleton, who ran Motown. I called him the Godfather. And Ernie told me until they make that genre of music you in, Benito, I'll be watching you. I see what you got going on. But until they make it a genre of music, it forever be a free fall. It's called the chitlin circuit. You do what you want to do. That's the reason why everybody can just get in Southern Soul and do what they do and bring, new elements and everything, because there's no structure. No one can stop them from doing it. The structure I come from, if you can sing or you had nothing to bring or some type of gimmick or something, you weren't getting signed and they weren't putting your record out. You can drop records like that. With the new freelance dropping a record whenever you want to, you can do a record tonight, Michelle, and drop it tomorrow. That didn't exist in the past. You went through a thing called artist repertoire, which is A&Rs that screen you before you got to the big people. And that's how most people got on labels. They groomed the artists before they came out and made sure they was ready to be promoted and be on the scale and be, successful. They made sure, because that's their job, to market and promote you and put you in a position to win. And the ones that didn't, if people didn't like your music or whatever, it's called a stick and fall effect. They would take a sticker ball and throw you against the wall on the sticker board. If it stayed, then they worked it. They pushed the record. But if it fell off the wall and hit the floor, moved to the next project. You was a write-off. And they went to the next project because it's a cycle. It's how it runs. But with Southern Soul, I was just told this last weekend on the show I was with my partner, O.B. Buchanan. O.B. said, Benito,
O.B.
one of the things you do in Southern Soul, regardless if you got a hit record or not, drop you something every 3 to 6 months, primarily every 6 months, because it takes time to work a record. Every 6 months, drop you a new record or something, put it out there. Whether it hit or not, it keeps you in the mix of things and keep you going. My big brother, Big Rob told me, he said, I love you, little brother, because you are one of the ones in the business like I have, and you stay consistent. See, there's a difference in being
and Roger's side, right?
Yes.
Big Rob,
yes.
So both of y'all gotten a chance to see the other side of the hip hop world, and then you coming into the Southern Soul, where Southern Soul, they always say, has no structure, no rules, and you can just do what you want to do. Do you feel like there needs to be the same rules that's in R&B over into Southern Soul, if we're going to get Southern Soul structure to where it makes sense, where artists are being marketed right, where they're being put out there, and even with because now we are seeing labels, we're seeing companies coming in and signing, where Southern Soul is a free artist, it's a freelance business. But now we're seeing labels coming in. Do you think that's going to work in Southern Soul versus artists being independent on their own? Do you see that working?
Yes, I do. I mean, you got labels right now, like Malico, you got Rhino, you still have Echo Records, and all those different record labels. Some of the artists on Southern Soul are signed to those labels. They're just not, they don't put a lot of energy into them, putting them out or whatever. Yeah, people are getting signed all the time. But once again, a lot of the labels don't put a lot of money to Southern Soul. It's like it's a free for go. You hit. If you don't, you don't. They're not putting a lot of. They'll put the record out. They'll distribute it, but they're not putting money behind the marketing and structuring of it. That's why all the Southern Soul artists make their money in live shows, or selling their merchandise, or doing something other than that. They're not making no major money off shows on the big artists, that are out there making $15,000, $20,000 a night on shows, and there's very few of those. Like I said, the economy is changing now, so the money structure gonna change. But you have every once in a while you have your phenomenons like my man King George. Like Obama came out of left field and hit the market in Southern Soul and dropped 1, 2, 3, 4 song 5 behind back to back to back to back. And Henry used to always tell me this: you stay, you hot, you number one, everybody gunning for you. And like you say, you've heard people say a million things about King George and things like that, but you never hear him on any interviews talking negative anything. He's just doing his thing. He stayed away from all the rhetoric and all the mayhem and all the gossip and all the yay that goes on in Southern Soul. He stayed away from that. And that's why one of the reasons why he's very successful. You have other artists that are coming up too. And you have to stay away from all the okay, West Love. Another one. She's been shielded. She was guarded and shielded by Stan Mosley, a guy, showing her and telling her the game because he's been in it for a while. He knows, and he's a manager, right? And then, yeah. So, certain artists, when you're good, you come in, sometimes you got to stay away from all the mess. Because I've been in it 4 years. I done seen them all. Primarily, I know who the movers and the shakers are, and I'm the one that's bull jiving. The one that fake like they got it and don't. I know the one's going to do something and the one that ain't.
You've always been very honest with your opinions as far as what artist is doing what. But I would like to definitely say you are one of the most in the game that is very knowledgeable to the way music is ran in the way the industry is supposed to be. It's because you talk all the time, and you definitely inform me on how I'm running wrong. So people don't get it twisted. Me and Benito can talk like this to each other because that's my big brother in the Southern Soul. We've been friends for some years now. He corrects me when I'm wrong. I correct him when he's wrong. So this is nothing but love. And that's what we do over here. We love on each other. And he has definitely put me on game to Southern Soul, because what I don't know as far as promoting, some of the things I've had to question him about, and he's definitely been on point and on target with me and have saved me a lot of headaches on some things. So I definitely, and I told you this before, I feel like you need to start your own label, man. Start your own label, buddy.
Once again,
because if you already y'all contracts, you don't know what you're supposed to be having done, you don't know the ins and outs, I suggest y'all call Benito up, because Benito is going to put you on game. What you don't know, he's going to tell you what you need to know.
Yeah, I was always taught that you don't be a gatekeeper. If you got the knowledge, somebody had to teach them what they learned. So it's like, if you got the knowledge, share it. But see, a lot of youngsters don't want to hear nothing. They feel like they know everything already. So you have to let them bump their heads and find out, like Mama say, let them bump his head long enough. They get tired. I'm an open book. I don't have no problem with talking to other artists because, like I said, I have a lot of knowledge in me and still learning, things that I didn't know because, like I said, technology has changed. Everything now digitized. Like a lot of artists, they don't know about, you know what I'm saying, registering their record the right way with ASCAP or BMI. They don't know about registering their music with iTunes or with Spotify or with Apple Music, getting a distribution deal or signing up for a distribution deal, getting in the studio, recording the record and mixing the record correctly, get in the studio and send it and get it mastered by our master person that masters music. And it's a difference. You don't use a rap mastering company to master a Southern Soul or R&B record. They're two different elements. They hear two different things. So it's a lot of little small elements of stuff, you know, things you could do, you know, for as, you know, thumb drives, you know, CDs, manufacturing your own stuff and making your own money. Like I got new t-shirts right now that I'm making, you know, for me, my brand, for Benito.
Can we see what you?
That's what I'm right there.
Oh, Benito, you gotta send me one of them shirts now. I love that color.
You know, I'm selling my shirts now. I got you, though.
Hey, but y'all cash out Benito for these shirts. Long as Sip get her just due. Send me over my shirt. All I need is a medium or a large. I would like to have my shirt in the mail by the end of the week, buddy. By the end of the week.
But yeah, that's one of the things right there, man. By marketing and doing what you do, you know, everybody ain't gonna support you. So that's a part of the game too. Southern Soul, what I've learned over the last 4 years watching them, it's a lot of clicks. It's a lot of clicks in Southern Soul. And I mean, it's like that in life, period. Some gonna support you, some are not. And if you deal with certain people say they don't deal with them, they're gonna act crazy and not, you know, show you love or whatever. But I'm gonna say something that I saw in the beginning, and I know this way we were in R&B what we did. Before Southern Soul, a lot of the top tier, they say artists, whatever, name me one or two that's reached back and grabbed somebody and pulled them up along the way. They have to push them forward. They have to become, even ones that supposed to have artists under them or labels or whatever that's really doing something for their artists. I mean, I really can't name maybe one or two, but you have a lot of them don't do because they feel, I know why they feel. And Big Rob told me this. He said, one of the reasons I think they feel like that, Benito, is because they work so hard to get to where they are. They started out just like the rest of them, so they feel that they need to work and, like they say, get it out the mud the same way. They won't give it no upper helping hand in a sense to push them through or help them meet hurdles. They want them to go through the same stuff. And to me, it's two-sided to me. It's like, okay, so what do they do? You're not gonna try to help nobody? You know, I tried to do that before. And I got messed over a little bit in situations, so I pulled out. You said a while ago I started a label or whatever. That's one of the reasons why I ain't never started no label, because these cats are hard-headed, and the females too, they don't want to listen. You can't tell them nothing. Now, I don't know all, I don't. But it takes a person with good patience to deal with people. I got a partner right now. He deals with nothing but female artists, Black Cowboy. He has Black Cowboy Entertainment. And I told him, I said, man, when you're dealing with women, there's no disrespect to women at all. You're dealing with divas. When you're dealing with women in artistry, it's rough, bruh. You just know what you're doing. It's easier to deal with a male artist than it is with a female. Because y'all, there's so many other elements that y'all need or want from your label or counterpart that's supposed to be pushing and doing for you. You know what I'm saying? And he has to be able to produce. And if you don't produce, then you're going to leave or go another direction. And I see so many females in Southern Soul doing that. They'll get down with one person, then they down with this person, then they over here with this person, they over this person. They just jumping ship and never moving forward. They go in the same circle. I can't hear you, Michelle. I can't hear you.
Now listen, I can't keep letting you hammer on these divas like that, because men's is just as catty as ever. You have a female having to deal with a bunch of males. Y'all ain't no saints either. Y'all got issues.
We understand
Issues.
But this is a male-dominated point of view.
And that's why it's messed up like it is, because it's so male-dominated.
You say what you want to say.
Yes, it's so messed up, and it's gonna take us sisters, us females, to fix it. We always do.
You can say that all
We
you want to,
always do.
but once again, at the end of the day, it's a male-dominated industry, and it ain't
And
about to
that's
change no
why
time
it's
soon.
such a messed up industry. I hate to say it, and y'all can come for
Well,
sip if you want to,
Michelle,
but
if
it
you don't
is.
like it, get out of it.
Who
It ain't for
I ain't even in
everybody.
it. I'm not an artist.
I'm speaking in general. I'm
I love
saying,
the music. Listen, you
okay,
ain't finna stop that
it
because see,
ain't
I love
it ain't for
what Denise
everybody.
LaSalle. Listen, I love what Denise LaSalle, what Johnny Taylor, what Tyrone Davis, what Betty Wright, what all of them stood for. So you ain't gonna make me hate what they work so hard for because y'all done messed it up now. Don't do that.
Who
Now
is
I
y'all?
like it. Well, I'm just saying you put yourself in it, so I'm giving it to you like it is. Now, like it
I'm
TIS
gonna say
is.
this. That's your opinion.
It
But I'm
is, and
telling you,
yours too.
I'm telling you how the industry works. See, women have it harder. I'm gonna tell you why
We
women have it
do.
harder. It's because majority of the times when women come in, it's automatic with the men. And I'm like Steve Harvey now. The game be sold, not told. Most of the time, men look at the women as a ornament or as a sex symbol in a sense. They look at them like that, and they approach the women like that a lot of times. It's compromising. It's never too many females that come into business that get through without being approached by men in an inappropriate way at some particular time, from promoters to producers to managers on down. You know, it's just a part. That's the nature of the beast. I mean, I didn't invent the wheel. The wheel been invented way before I came, and it ain't about to stop rolling. So, you know, you have certain ones that come in and do what they do and be successful, and others that, you know, be under certain things. Like, you know, I can see this Southern Soul.
How do you look at the women in it? How do you look at the women? Do you look at them like the rest of them look at us?
No, because I know what it's about, and I have morals and respect for women. You know, I got 6 sisters, and I know what goes on. And if I had somebody under my umbrella that I was dealing with, I would try to protect her as much as possible and make sure she don't have to do or go through those type of things. Now she gonna be prophesized by people, and they're gonna come. That's part of the element. But she would let me know what's going on, and I will handle it. You know, because I understand how it goes. I mean, it's not just singing; it be in acting. Anything you do, they all out there. The pervs are there. They're gonna be there. They're gonna do what they do. You know, I know some that have been approached
Thank
about
God
being on
there is
shows.
thank God there is a law called sexual harassment now, and it's very, very, very doing very well. So women, if we don't have to take nothing we don't feel comfortable with taking no more. Thank God for the law, and there is called suing.
Yeah, that's cool
So
too. But then you have
hallelujah
some.
to that now.
You have
So
a
if
lot of
any
them that
woman wants to accept that, that's because she wants to, but you
a
don't
lot
have
of
to.
them a lot of the women would get blackballed and not put on shows because of that. Because sometimes the promoters play games like that, and they'll because of their advancements, the women will not take their advancements. They won't place them on shows or deal with them or saw them down, you know, because of their advances toward them was not accepted. It's sad, but it's true. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm through with it.
Laws now, and just as sure as they find out who name is spreading their name, putting defamation of character out there, sue. I will. Don't
I'm gonna
mind it.
say this: in this game of Southern Soul, if your music is good, it's gonna speak for itself. No matter what promoter says about you, no matter what fan says about you, because remember, Hammer used to always tell me this too. You may lose 1 fan, but you're gonna gain 10. Everybody ain't gonna rock the way they want you to rock. And when people get on Facebook and tear each other down and go at each other's throats and talk about crazy stuff, yeah, I even did it myself, you know, a couple situations. But you know, you open yourself up to public opinion, and people watch it and they see that. You know, I'm able to admit my wrongs and my faults because I ain't no different than nobody else. I'm a man. I put my pants on the same way everybody else does, and I bleed blood the same way you do if I get cut. So, you know, just saying that, but I'm willing to admit my faults, and a lot of them won't, and they go on like it never happened. You know, I know for the longest, every other week it was something going on in Southern Soul, something negative, something popping off, somebody into it. The fans into it, fans into it with DJs, fans into it with artists, artists into it with fans. It's like Because sometimes the artists get too personal with these people and let them too close into their lives, and you have a conflict of interest. It's not cool. You can't be friends and be friends with all your fans.
Exactly.
Keep it at
I
bay.
agree.
People will take it, and there's a lot of people after the fans. It's crazy. I mean, just straight up,
They
like
talk
people
to
ain't on
their
phone.
fans.
Why do they even
Talk
have a
to their
phone?
fans. They talk to their fans too much on personal levels. They too close to them, and then when they actually get in their feelings, because fans do get in their feelings. Fans get mad at the artist because they think that the only one that artist is talking to, and when they see that artist is in a relationship or got a whole family, you might as well hang it like a fan and got mad at you. So you got to be at a certain level with these fans, inviting them in your world. But listen, we're gonna take a quick commercial break because we gotta wrap things up. When we come back, Benito, you gonna tell everybody how they can find you, what you got new coming out, and then we're gonna end. Hopefully, I think we're going to do Guatemala. If we didn't put Guatemala on there, it's my fault because I just got it from you this morning. So it would be my fault, Benito. But let's go to a commercial break. I have an awesome producing team behind staff, so they usually be up on everything with me. So let's go to commercial break right quick. We will be right back, y'all. Stay tuned.
Sunday, April 9th, HIO Entertainment presents Easter Weekend, Huntsville, Alabama, Southern Soul Blues Concert and After Party, happening at Club Envy, 200 Oakwood Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama, with performances by Westlove, I need you listening, Stan Butler, Jason A, M. Callie, R.T. Taylor, a.k.a. The Mule Man, Cadillac Man, News Williams, hosted by Miss Sip and Talk, with co-hosts DJ OJ and DJ Charlie Hustle will be on crowd control. And don't miss the after party with Chicago's very own Theo Huff. Tickets also available on Eventbrite. Doors open at 6 p.m. Showtime starts at 8. For more information, call 256-276-9164. See you there.
Just my luck, yeah, that you will leave me at a time like this. It's just my luck.
Now, Benito, you did the song Guatemala, and it got over 10 million views on that.
10 million. What's up, Mike?
What can we expect from you after that? Because see, you set that bar high, and then you just came out with this new song that is very good as well. You setting the bar high for yourself. So what can we expect from your next couple of songs? Because I know you're working on some. You slick. You working on something?
Oh yeah, I'm actually working on my new album right now.
I knew it.
We're working on new records. I'm working with Steve Russell. That's the lead singer of Troop. I'm working with my good friend Chris Roach out of Little Rock. My brother that did all my videos. He's watching right now, Mr. Michael Young Sr. He has a great company called Young Life Studios, and I'm dealing with some beautiful people. I talked to my old CEO, Ernie Singleton, that ran Motown for all those years, and Ernie is aware of what's going on with me. He's working some things on me on the other side. That's one great thing I love about being from the other side of being in music. I talked to Hammer the other day. Last week was his birthday. I talked to Hammer. Hammer's getting ready to go on tour. I say, hey man, put me on the tour, baby. What's up? He said, I got something different going on now, Benito. He said, but I'm keeping in mind though. Hey, he didn't say no. So, I see you, baby. I see you out there doing your thing, Benito. I said, yeah, most definitely. So we still talk. But yeah, I'm still doing my music. I found a new love for it. Like I said, my new record is out right now. Just Wanna Love You is a love to show you women of the world that you are adored, you still loved, and men still have love for you with all this hatred and all this sexing and all this other stuff, and degrading, and always talking down. I want to show you how much you really appreciate it, because without the woman, there's no man, and everything comes from you. You are the mothers of this earth, and on top of that, you're a sister, so that makes it even better. You hear me? So I love y'all, and y'all show me love in return. That's what I'm gonna do. My album's gonna be about.
Biggest fan base is a lot of females. You got a lot of female love the teddy bear. A
Yeah.
lot of females. You got the old, the young, the new. They all loving the very teddy bear, and I know I love me some teddy bear. So
Yeah.
what I'm expecting and what I'm excited for is I'm waiting for the video to this new song, because I know you got Sip somewhere in this video. Which way you need me to sit? Which way you need me to do? What woman I need to play?
Girl, if you knew how many women done say they want to be in this video, it's just crazy. But
You do some awesome. Your videos are always quality videos. Always quality.
I give that credit to my guy, Michael Young Sr., because without Michael having a vision and knowing what we're doing and what we're trying to do, it's like it's unbelievable. Mike has always told me, yo, bro, I see something different for you, because Mike really looks up to me from the Hammer days. Said you're that guy that I was a kid looking up to, and man, I gotta make sure whatever element we put together has to be on point. It can't be no anything. Like Mike told me the other week, we was doing some stuff, and he had bought some new cameras, some $15,000 cameras to shoot 4K cameras. You don't get no better than 4K. So my next video would definitely be top quality. I mean, years ago we shot videos, Michelle, videos that cost like $60,000, $100,000. That was considered low budget. Now these cameras do everything those cameras did back then now for a couple of $1,000s. It depends on what you're doing. The element is in not the people who film it, it's in the editing. So if you got a great editor, they can capture anything. And people that take pictures, that know the elements and lighting and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna win. That's why you see a lot of good videos. But see, TK told me this too. No matter what you do, always do a video for your songs, Benito, because that's TK told me that's how he made it during COVID. TK didn't perform for 2 years, almost. He made money off of his videos on Pandora and YouTube. And I'm just saying,
we definitely want to congratulate TK Soul on his new endorsements. We definitely are looking
he just
for
signed for $1 million. Yeah, with a company out of Atlanta.
Sip wants to congratulate TK Soul on that. That is awesome. We're looking to see more Southern Soul artists do some awesome things and exciting, because that's what makes us happy when we see our brothers and sisters succeed. I know it does for me. I'm not jealous of anybody that's succeeding. Anything I'm jealous of is when we don't succeed. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the great things that you got going on, Benito, in the future. Your future endeavors. I'm looking to see that. Can you tell the people how they can find you and your music?
I'm on all social media platforms. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram under my name, Benito Glosson. Just look me up. BenitoGlosson. Benito Glosson. I ain't hiding for nobody. The government know where I'm at. But yeah, I'm on all platforms. I'm on Spotify, Amazon Music. I'm on iTunes, DistroKid. I'm on Pandora. I mean, they can find me. I'm very, very available, and I'm in the system where you can't miss me. So you put me in, you'll see a lot of things from Benito. And be expecting the great things from me in the future, because I'm all about love. I'm a big old teddy bear, you know what I'm saying? Not just a teddy bear. I'm a real teddy bear in real life, and full of knowledge.
You are the Southern Soul teddy bear. Is there anything you would like to say to the fans that are watching, the people that are watching, before we say goodnight to everyone?
I want to give a big shout out to my boy, my cousin, Mr. Mike, even though he ain't on here. To my sister, Lady Q, that was on here tonight with us. A lot of the fan base, my boy Anthony Foreman, my boy Michael Young. I see my girl O'Shea on here. You know, Sharon Clark out of Seattle. A lot of people that's been watching tonight. Laverta J out of Atlanta. Miss Leela Riddick. My brother, Faithful Andrews. He's Faithful. Paps is finna be with Hammer on tour. He's Hammer's best friend. He's been with Hammer forever since he was kids. My girl Angela, Miss Bessie Stokes was on here earlier. Big show. I mean, the list goes on and on. Major shout out to all the radio personnel out there. My brother, Scott Banks, 101.9. To my brother that's over there with the veteran station, Calvin Young, Jabba Jaw, Big Ken them in Memphis. I saw them last Friday. All the DJs around the country, maybe I left out Annette Wright down in Atlanta doing our thing. You know, all the other DJs, all the social media DJs, everybody that play my music, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, there's no me. Without no fan base, without the DJs, there's no Benito. So that's it in a nutshell.
Yes, I want to tell you, I am so glad that you took the time to come on Sip and Talk with me. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to come and set the record straight. Also, get me in tune with what's new and what ain't new. So I appreciate your honesty, your true opinion, my friend, because that's what we can do. We can all agree and disagree, and still, at the end of the day, yeah. I love me some Teddy Bear Benito, baby. Anybody say Sip don't love him, we're gonna have a problem. I appreciate you. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, even the people that have chimed in. I am so sorry for the technical difficulties, but God is good. It still allowed me to have my phone already charged up and was able to get on another device. So I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you guys for being with us through the technical difficulty. I thank my producers from behind the staff for always being professional 100. They got my back. So they held it down until till Sip got things on track. I'm in bad weather right now. The wind is blowing so bad here. But again, I'm glad that we're able to finish up this interview. And Benito, you are always welcome on Sip and Talk. Always. To my international guests that's behind the scene, I thank you guys for listening. Ian, anybody want to reach out to Benito? Again, they can go back and look at the live. Listen to he's on every platform it is. His music is out there. Let's get them numbers up on this new song that Benito's got out right now. I suggest y'all go and download it, get that new song, because I'm waiting for the video.
Baby, for a lifetime. Yeah. There's no
doubt in my mind. I thank you, my guests. I thank you, Benito, so much for coming on. And y'all know my motto, sharing is caring. And listen, keep the music coming. The music is food for your soul. Keep them coming. We want that good music because it's music for your soul. For everybody stay safe tonight. I am praying that each and every one of you guys continue to do great things in Southern Soul. DJs, promoters, all of the singers, the artists that's behind the scenes, social media hosts like I do. Y'all, let's keep it going. Let's strive to do better because we are better. We are better together. We are better in unity. Love y'all from Sip and Talk tonight. Thank you again, Benito, for coming on. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Talk to you later.
Love everybody.
This song is dedicated to all the sexy ladies of the world. Can I tell y'all a story? See, y'all ladies out there, y'all don't what y'all do to us men. And I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can. Check this out. Fellas, you know what I'm talking about out there now, yo. Say that girl, she's looking sexy fine. She's got on them sexy high heels and jeans, yeah, y'all. Got a cock bag just like a shotgun. See, it kinda look like a big old ball of fist. With two knuckles on it. Yeah. It'll drive any man damn crazy. Good Lord. I said I sure do damn want it. I looked at baby girl and she looked back at me. She takes a pleasure making me fall down to my knees. She's got that Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Yeah, girl. walking around with those pretty feet, looking sexy as hell. It ain't no shame in your game when you wear them leggings and those jeans. The way you shake it, baby, makes a man like me say, ooh-wee. All is under yonder, staring right here in front of me. See, y'all women know exactly what a man wants to see. Never disrespect you, baby, and I think that you should know. Guatemala's a new name for the camel toe. I looked at baby girl and she looked back at me. She takes the pleasure of making me fall down to my knees. She's got that Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Yeah, girl, you got a Guatemala. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, it's something about a lady that steps out, man, got them pretty feet and them toenails done, you know what I'm saying? With them leggings pulled back and that yaya back there, smelling like Bath and Body and Victoria's Secret. Ooh, Guatemala. You got a Guatemala. Yeah, 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 yeah. You got a Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Guatemala, Guatemala. You got a Guatemala. You got a Guatemala. Make me shake my head. Guatemala.